And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. And they're washing us. They're washing us. What? Oh, water boiling myself. Ah. Oh, fucking hell. Blah. Hi, welcome to Top Grumps, the show where we take your favourite characters and rank them on abilities, stats, everything else, and judge the shit out of them, whilst me and Kris talk absolute nonsense. I'm one of your hosts, Lee, and over here we have Kris. Hi, Kris.
Hey, you alright?
I'm good.
This week we're going to do Spider-Man from the Spider-Man 1 and 2 films. So basically, Tobey Maguire.
Why not 3?
Because I haven't seen that one.
You're not missing out.
It's going to turn into another Terminator 2 thing, isn't it?
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Basically because I haven't seen any of the modern ones, so we'll kind of base it on that. And we've got to pick one of the Spider-Mans, so it's easier.
They're all pretty much the same. They've all got the same abilities, apart from this one has webs in his wrists.
Yeah.
That's about it.
He naturally comes that web.
In actually what comes the web? Oh. So, first up, we've got strength. So, what are you going to rate Spider-Man on strength? 10.
10, only because he would probably be 11 if in the films he wasn't holding back his punches and he was tearing chunks out of people. You ever seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
I haven't. I've seen clips of it.
So there's a clip in that where he's training and he punches someone in the chest and there's just a chunk.
I've seen that bit, yes.
Yeah. That's how I imagine when people are like, oh yeah, he's holding back his punches. If not, he would kill a man.
I remember wanting to see that when I was a kid and getting a video from Blockbuster Video, and that was one of the trailers on whatever we'd rented. And I must have only been like 10, and that trailer I was going, oh Dad, I really want to see that. Can we get that? And my dad watching that trailer was just like, no. It's like the cow's shooting it. What is it? People and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I watch that in Sky Movies like 4 or 5 times.
What, recently?
No, I don't have Sky now. I'm not rich.
I don't know if it would be similar to the Mystery Men review from the other week, where it's like people were like, oh, this was amazing. Like, I remember watching this and it was such a good film.
Yeah.
And then rewatching it now and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. My humour in, what is it, mid-noughties? It's definitely changed from then until now.
Yeah, my rating for strength, I'm giving him an 11. 11.
11? Yep, I get that.
I'm a proper Spider fan, so I've got to give him full marks for this, because he's hard as out. Like you said, he could punch a hole through someone if he wanted. Just proper beast boy.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. I'm going to give in to your score. I've done quite high anyway. I only did it one off the top because I'd never actually seen him punch a hole through someone.
There's time yet. Come on, Disney.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see.
Stamina. I'm going to say 11. Top marks. Mainly because he climbs skyscrapers. Not swings, climbs.
Yeah.
So he's standing looking over... What city is it?
New York.
So he's climbed all the way to the top, even if he webbed up, I suppose. That's an achievement. And then goes down, fights crime. He's got some stamina on him.
Yeah. I'm giving him 11 as well. Just pretty much the same reasons. I've never seen him get tired. I mean, he gets the shit beaten out of him sometimes, but I mean, rarely. But he's got like super healing as well, so I'm assuming that's going to be similar to Wolverine as well. Touching tips, same score. Yeah, So if he's got like super healing, surely his muscles will replenish themselves as he's like running around. So I'm assuming like running a marathon for him would be no problem.
Were you ever disappointed when you first saw Spider-Man that he didn't have 8 legs?
Oh well, I don't know if you remember in the cartoon from the 90s, but he does turn into a giant spider at one point. Because
I can't remember that.
his mutation does keep evolving.
Right.
And he has to go to Dr. Connor's neurogenics lab to get shot with this like special laser gun to keep like reversing it back. And I'm sure he's getting chased by like the Punisher possibly. And the Punisher chases Spider-Man into this warehouse, and then all of a sudden the Punisher like runs behind some boxes, and Spider-Man's turned into this like giant spider, and he's like coming out like ah. But then it says like to be continued.
Oh, do you know what it is? That does ring a bell. I remember seeing the Punisher. I remember, is it MJ being sad a bit?
Ah, she's always sad, her man.
And then, do you know what I thought was weird about the cartoon? He had his auntie over for dinner all the time. Who could be arsed?
Well, I think did he not live with her in the cartoon? Because he lives with her in like most of the films for a bit as well.
So I distinctly remember he had a New York apartment. I don't know if it was later on in the series or what, with Mary Jane.
Yeah, he definitely moves in with her eventually.
Yeah, and then he had Aunt May round every 5 minutes for tea or some bait or a cup of tea or look after me plants, whatever.
And it's not even the sexy Aunt May as well. You haven't seen the ones with the like really hot Aunt May in, have you? Oh no, wait, you have seen the Tobey Maguire ones. Yeah, you have seen.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and what was it? Uncle Ben actually died from lack of electrolytes.
Next up, reliability. So what are you going to rate him on reliability?
So, right. I know he's your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man, but I'm going to give him a 3, unless you're Ginger, and especially low if you're Uncle Ben. There's only one case where I've seen Spider-Man saves Uncle Ben. Roll the clip.
Stop, tidy-faced Spider-Man, or Uncle Ben gets it. I'll do it. Oh no! Oh, I'll get you. Oh no! Web! I'm allergic to webs. My doctor said so. Bye. Finally, we can be alone together, Uncle Ben. And they say that a hero save us.
Yeah, it's weird. Totally just found that by accident. But yeah, I'd definitely give him a 3, unless you're Ginger, Mary Jane, and especially if you're Uncle Ben.
Yeah. I do love Spider-Man's outfit in that version, where he's got his Dragon Ball t-shirt on. That's his best costume. They haven't put that in the DLC yet for any of the games. Hopefully one day. Tiny-faced Spider-Man. So what did you give him for reliability? 3?
3, yeah.
I'm still going to give him 11.
Right.
Actually, no, I'm going to give him a 10. I can't give him full points. Because he does ditch Mary Jane a lot. But...
yeah.
He has to save all these people. And he's very good at saving all these people.
Except Uncle Ben.
Well, I mean, that was at the start of his career. Everyone has to have an origin story. And since then, his reliability's gone up. So, it does shit on Mary Jane quite a bit. But with great power comes great responsibility.
I've never heard that before.
So he hasn't got time to be messing about and... What were you going to say? Did I just make that up myself? Yes. Direct quote from me, Lee. But no, he hasn't got time to be getting it on and doing all this stuff with Mary Jane. as much as he would like to. He's got a job to do. 3 and a 10. 6.5.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
6.5 for reliability. Yeah, not bad.
Intelligence. So, I would give him a 9. Basically because he's a science buff nerd. That's how he got interested in, what is it, Oscorp? Joni actually got bitten by the spider at first.
Yeah.
He was interested in science, he's a bit of a nerd. I mean, I think in all of them, he's took an interest in science.
Yeah.
Yeah, and besides the Tobey Maguire one, he synthesizes them capsules. So, basically, I'm basing this on. I've seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and some of the original series, the cartoon that was on Fox Kids, and he regularly went to the lab and synthesized his own
web cartridges.
Yeah, cartridges. I couldn't do that.
I think he only gets the information from being bitten. Like the spider has somehow transferred the knowledge of how to make a web.
That's not how science works.
It's not, but it's a comic. It's fine. But no, what did you say? 11.
Could you imagine getting bitten by a tramp and learn you instantly know how to shoot up?
Fucking hell.
You've got to bend the spoon like this.
Oh man. What did you give him? 11 for intelligence.
No, 9. Sorry,
9.
I didn't give him full marks because I didn't want to.
Yeah, I've given him a 10.
Right.
Same reason. He's a proper science whiz.
Yeah.
He's got like lab equipment in his bedroom at his Aunt May's house, and he's like sitting doing like experiments and stuff. And anybody that's got a microscope in the bedroom is just a proper, what's the word? SWAT.
I've got a microscope in my bedroom.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, chat are going to be making dick comments about that. Paul's going to be saying something.
Oh, it's actually starting to see Paul's dick.
Or do I leave that bit in?
I don't know. It's totally up to you. I'm what? My 4th beer now.
All right. So 9.5 on intelligence.
I'm happy with that.
Right, next up, oh fuck, my chair just decided to be a dick. Intimidation. What did I give him? 7. 7 for intimidation. I mean, right, fair enough. If there's some people like robbing a bank or something and they see Spider-Man show up, surely they're going to be going through their heads going, oh fuck, like, we're not getting out of this. We're going to go to prison or be stuck in a web for like 10 hours until the police show up. So he's definitely intimidating to scare criminals, but they still try and shoot him, so they can't be that scared because otherwise they would give up. And secondly, he's dressed in like red and blue, and he's just it's such a bright outfit. It's not the outfit that strikes the fear into the heart of men.
Yeah, it's like Elton John trying to throw a punch in it.
It's yeah, true. Although, like, what's the Kingsman? Have you seen the second Kingsman film?
I haven't, but I've seen the clip of
Elton John doing his like kung fu and backflips and all sorts. I wouldn't fight Elton John if he could do that, man.
No. But looking from the outside, you're not particularly intimidated with the big glasses. But I'm not saying he wouldn't beat us up. But
yeah. So what would you give him for intimidation?
Oh, see, originally I gave him a 4, and I bumped it up to a 5 because spiders are creepy. I hate spiders. But mainly for the same reason. criminals still commit crime, so he doesn't have a grip on the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving him a 5.
5. What did I give him?
Also, I kind of get it out of my head. Do you know his wrestling costume where he's wearing the woolly jumper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of go with that.
So 5 and a 7, so he's 6 for intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Next up, strength. What? Oh, it's not strength. We've already done strength. Strengths.
Yeah, so I don't know how this was working now, because I think we're just winging it on this part.
Yeah.
Buffs and debuffs. I've actually put a few things in here. Doesn't have to go on the card. But have you got any for this, or?
I think one of his biggest strengths, apart from his actual strength and his web shooting and stuff, is his wit. Like,
Right.
Spider-Man is probably one of the wittiest characters, other than Deadpool, or even side by side with Deadpool. Like,
Right.
I think it's even one of his abilities where he can wind up his opponents and take the piss out of them that much that they get angry and stop thinking about what they're doing and just like rage out a bit.
Like a taunt ability.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he probably throws them
I
off.
didn't know that. Yeah, I would agree with that. So would you say that was his buff, his sense of wit?
Yeah. So what about
So
yourself?
So I went a completely different direction. He's got a buff against Jeff Goldblum because he played the Fly and he's a spider.
Oh, fucking hell. That might be the weirdest answer we've had so far. I don't think that answer's going to get beat for a while, and we're only 4 episodes in.
I mean, if you think it's a bad
No,
buff,
that's a brilliant answer.
Oh.
Oh.
So, if we're gonna go with Jeff Goldblum, that's fine by me. What do you think about debuffs?
Debuffs. His emotions.
Right.
His emotions are probably his biggest weakness. Say at the first Spider-Man film from Tobey Maguire, if he didn't care about Mary Jane or whatever, the Goblin wouldn't have kidnapped her and used all that whole trick at the end against him. And on top of that, I know we're not talking about the cartoon, but we have mentioned it. His emotions play a big part in that as well. In fact, I think it might even come in the second Spider-Man film, where he's like losing his powers a bit, and it's because his emotions are a bit all over the place. I mean, I don't actually think it's like that big of a... I don't think his emotions do it in the cartoon, now that I'm talking about it. But it definitely does it in the second film, where he's like losing his abilities. Because he's too busy thinking about too much going on. Like, he's falling off buildings and things when he's like crawling around.
Right. I would take that. Again, I went in a different direction.
Serious.
I've got debuffs. Fighting in the countryside. No tall buildings, is it? How's he going to get round?
I've had these thoughts before. Like, because everyone wants, like, Spider-Man's powers or something like that as a kid. Well, especially me, who was a Spider-Man fan. And it was like, oh, I would love to be Spider-Man. But I lived in, like, Chesley Street. And it's all just, like, 2-story buildings. And it's like, the fuck am I going to do there? I got to swing around and... I probably wouldn't even save people. I would just be robbing banks and then swinging low down the street where the police can just hit us with a car to get rid of us or whatever.
Have an argument in the pub. Web to the mouth.
Exactly. Oh, that'll be so good, man.
To be fair, I think if we had Spider-Man powers, we'd probably both be villains.
I mean, I would definitely use it to my advantage. Like, what's the best way to make money as Spider-Man? Would you rob a bank, but then the police are always going to be after you? Or would you just go into like boxing or something like that, where you can punch a hole through somebody, but you can just hold your punches back a bit and
What, be like a Spider McGregor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do something like that. I mean, I know I live in the middle of nowhere, but there's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym around the corner. I could chin all them and be like, yeah, $5 a punt, come and try to beat us.
I'm gonna have to edit this so it's just that clip of you saying like, "Oh, there's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym around the corner from us. I could beat all them up," and just no context, and send it to that gym around the corner from your house and be like, "Here, have you heard what this lad's saying?"
Loads of angry Brazilian people outside. Yeah.
Oh, weaknesses. Right, so it definitely has to be countryside.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know yours was actually well thought out and knowledgeable. I just picked the stupid answer.
No, yours is amazing. So is Jeff Goldblum. So next up, HP. What are you going to give Spider-Man for HP?
69.
Same.
Full box. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving Spider-Man a 69 too. We're
Yep.
both giving Spider-Man a 69. If we're giving him a 69, it's more than just touching tips.
Yeah. And that's how he kisses Mary Jane.
It is.
Yeah. Fitting.
It's like, I mean, the 6 and 9 are like not matching up to the normal place, but
It's fine.
it's still a 69.
He'll still shot web.
So why are you giving him a 69? I can't say that without it sounding right.
Mainly because 69's funny number. The kissing scene, that's kind of a 69. And doesn't he regenerate?
Yeah, like I said before, he's got super healing. That was one of my main
Yeah.
reasons for giving him a 69. I can't say that. But yeah, it's kind of like Wolverine, but I don't think his healing's as good as Wolverine's or Deadpool's, but he still has very fast healing.
So, finishing move. What do you think? Have you got anything?
I have got
Any
one,
ideas?
but you haven't seen the third Spider-Man film.
No.
So, but you might know this, I put his finishing move as the bully dance. Do you know what the bully dance is? Bully Maguire?
I don't.
Like,
Yes, I've seen that.
when he's in
I've
his
seen
suits
that,
and he's like... But somehow that would turn into fighting moves, I don't know. But that's the name of the finishing move I've come up with.
Can you just do the dance in full so I can familiarize myself with it?
No, I cannot.
Oh, right.
My days of dancing on podcasts might be in the past now. I think I have danced on one of them before, but I can't remember what it was.
Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm.
What have you got for finishing move? You always
right,
come up with something good for this, so...
But I don't know if it's good. I come up with a Dirty Webster.
The Dirty Webster.
Dirty Webster. That's all I've got for this week.
It's a difficult one to come up with things for. Mine isn't even my own creation. Mine is literally the bully dance.
So I could have come up with like a funny play on cum. Nah. I'll leave it clean this week. Dirty Webster.
The Dirty Webster. Right, we'll put that as the finishing move.
No, we're there.
No,
We're there. The Angry Pirate.
Oh, what's it? Oh, yes, I know what the Angry Pirate is.
Yeah.
I'm not
If
going
you
to
don't know
explain
what
it.
that Angry Pirate is, Google it.
That's the card finished.
Get in. I think this has been a longer one.
It's been a difficult one to talk about because I think Spider-Man's just... He's too cool, so we haven't been able to rip the piss out of him like we do with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, generally scored them high. HP, full marks. We've got like pretty high scores normally. Yeah, I mean, if it was someone like clean cut loser Superman, then maybe yeah, but yeah.
Right. So here we have the Schmubble Wheel.
Mabo.
Well, that sounded like the Futurama guy. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Right, what are you hoping for this week? Still anime? Or Spider-Man? I was going to say Spider-Man has it filled to your anime thing, but we talked about the film version, not the animated version.
Yeah. To be honest, I would love it if people suggested more anime characters so we can flood the wheel with it.
I think I've said before, I haven't actually seen much anime, so if it lands on someone I don't know, I'm going to have some watching to do.
What would you do? Would you watch the first episode or just Google them?
I'd probably watch the first episode, find out who the main people are, and then just YouTube stuff about, like, them, to be fair.
To be fair, the best way to do it for anime is like Spike Spiegel. He's from Cowboy Bebop. If you want to know more about his, just go Spike Spiegel, Rule 34, and it'll come massive bio, all his information, everything. Image search is best.
Right.
So,
spin that wheel.
Babo.
Right, who we got? Is it spinning on your side?
Yes.
Oh wow! Okay.
Buffy.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy. Whoa. So we've got a choice. Do we want the Buffy from not the Sarah Michelle Gellar one? I don't know which is called. Can you remember the first film?
I can't even remember who she was, but
yeah, there's her. Or do you want the series Buffy?
Have you watched the series Buffy before?
I've seen quite a bit of it. Yeah.
I watched all of it as a teenager because obviously every teenage boy watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer at some point.
Yeah, we hate vampires.
Yeah, that's why it was. So next week, Buffy.
Yeah.
Are you happy with
Sounds
that?
good to me. I'm spot on.
I mean, it's landed on it. We have to do it.
Do I have a choice? No.
Yeah. Have you got any final words to say about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Yeah, I think I might actually watch more of it because I've only heard good things.
I really hope Toons do Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s at some point.
Oh yeah, if Jake and Paul do that, I'll definitely rewatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything. So thank you for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Keep the comments coming in. Thank you for commenting on everything so far.
Join the Discord, join the Facebook page.
Yeah, join everything you can. That says Nerdy Up North. Just yeah. So don't be a grump. Be a top grump. Bye, guys.
Bye.